Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Laundry % Challenge Run, the livestream series where we are trying to beat Trails of Cold Steel 1's Nightmare Mode without ever changing our starting gear. And if you want to watch these challenge runs on your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and boop that bell and stay notified. We last left off, we managed to complete Chapter 6, and oh my goodness, that last section was ridiculous. I mean, it would have been hard enough if we just had to fight Vulcan at the end of that chapter. The fact that we had to fight C immediately afterwards without any sort of break in between, that threw me a bit for the loop. Like, I would have understood if that was the final boss. Like, okay, you want to go out with a bang, have two challenging boss battles one after the other, but I get the feeling that wasn't the final boss simply because we didn't have access to the overwhelming majority of our playable characters here. Now, so, I also heard from you all that we're actually getting pretty close to the end of Trails of Cold Steel 1. Supposedly there's only 7 chapters in this game, and we're about to enter Chapter 7, if my understanding of our current progress is correct. So, I'm really looking forward to see where this goes, though I'm curious what they're going to do to kind of, like, wrap up the story here, since... Like, I would have thought C would have made the most sense as a final boss, but if that's not what's going to be happening, then my question is, well, okay, if it's not C, who's the final boss? Hello, Luigi Jr., thank you so much for dropping by, how's it going? And thank you for the boop. I appreciate it. That's what I was saying. I'm just surprised that they wouldn't use someone like C as the final boss. It just seemed like the obvious choice for a game like this. Now, I could be mistaken about all this. For all we know, C just shows up again at in this last chapter somehow. And it comes after us. So I don't really feel like that would make a whole lot of sense simply because the airship got shot down. Now, granted, we did not see any death on screen, so I'm assuming C's still alive. But I think it'd be a little bizarre if he just kind of crawled from the wreckage without regrouping first before doing something. I digress, though. I honestly have no idea where the story is going. It definitely does at least feel, though, like that there's a much grander scale here, and I imagine that Trails of Cold Steel 2 will elaborate on this greatly. But, for now, let's just pick up at the start of Chapter 7.
In the following weeks, it was hard to tell how much the Empire's situation was shifting, but one thing was certain. Changes were happening.
Yeah.
With the death of their ringleaders, the Imperial Liberation Front's campaign of terror was finally over.
What? Hold on a second. What? No. I don't buy that for a second. We did not see any dead bodies, and we all know that if it doesn't happen on screen, it doesn't count. That's one of the rules of things like this.
In recognition of our actions in Ruhr and at Corellia Fortress, all of us in Class 7 were invited to Valflame Palace.
Huh. Okay.
There, we were granted the honor of an audience with His Majesty the Emperor, Eugen III.
Huh? I thought it was Emperor Dreikels, not Emperor Eugen III. Am I missing something here?
Along with Empress Priscilla, the mother of Princess Alphen and Crown Prince Cedric.
Oh, is it Eugene Dreikels, maybe?
But no sooner had we been thanked than we came face to face with the leaders of the factions that divided the nation. The heads of the 4 great houses who rule their vast provinces with absolute authority.
Almost makes me wonder if they're going to be the main antagonists of Trails of Cold Steel 2. Like, it would make sense. Like, this feels like a lot of build-up for these people.
And the Chancellor and his close ally, Governor Regnitz, who brought reforms to Heimdall and expanded the railways. Both sides were quick to offer us words of praise, but just as quickly turned to criticize each other's role in the crisis.
Yeah, the Empire is currently a nation divided.
Eventually, His Majesty was forced to step in and rebuke both sides, clearly disgusted by their behavior. As it stood, the terrorists' defeat made it difficult for their supposed supporters in the noble faction to act openly, while Crossbell's push for independence was causing enough of a stir over there to keep the reformists busy. With both sides tied up, it looked like the Empire was in for a long overdue respite from its perpetual conflict.
I don't know. This feels like a calm before the storm. Like, The local, like literally we saw last stream chat, the local soldiers were literally wrestling over the weapons of their railway military police who were trying to stop the terrorists, which to me seems like, that if that doesn't spell trouble, I don't know what does. Indubitable. I have no idea what that means. Luigi Jr.
We'd finally gotten all the details for our concert performance worked out. And Elliot announced that we'd be doing 2 songs, a duet between Machias and Eustace, and a solo by Emma.
Ooh, a duet between Machias and Eustace, you say? Hey, Eustace, what is it, Machias? Do you think maybe Elliot ships us or something? Well, I don't know. He did want us to sing a duet. Do you know how to sing, Machias? No. Me neither. Well, if the ship is going to go down sinking, at least they'll go down sinking together. Agreed.
To no one's surprise, all 3 of them were quick to raise objections.
Oh no!
But after Crow and Elliot explained their choices and how their master plan would win over the audience,
oh no!
The rest of the class was totally on board, leaving our new vocalists to resign themselves to the inevitable.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, with the good times came some sad news as well.
Oh no. Oh, fair enough.
It turned out that Marquis Ragnar was furious at Angelica for her part in what we did at the mine, and as a result...
What happened to Angelica, I wonder? To be fair, Luigi, it is pretty early in the night.
She was forced to leave the academy. Contrary to the official statement, her withdrawal was to be permanent.
What? Wow, okay. Ouch. Angelica didn't deserve that, you monster. Like, sure, she's extremely inappropriate towards people, and sure, she can be very immature at times, but come on, she can hold her own in battle. She probably would have made a fine officer.
Before she left, she asked me if I'd look after the orbital bike for her.
Aww.
At first, I didn't want to. It felt like I'd be accepting that she'd be gone. But after thinking it over,
wow.
I finally agreed.
Oh, hey, Copper Nicholson, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going?
With so much going on, we decided to take Prince Olivert up on his proposal of a brief vacation north in Ymir.
Well, everyone looks happy, and Million looks like she's having, like, the best day of her life. She's just like, whee!
It proved to be quite an eventful trip, and it really drove home just how much we'd come to mean to each other.
Aww.
I'd tell you all about it, but we'd be here for hours. Maybe another time.
I wonder who Rean's talking. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Rean's probably writing a letter to Elise, if I had to guess. Well,
anyway.
No, Chaz, I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh. October 21st. Festival Prep Day 1. Oh no! The festival's coming, chat. Oh, hey, it's Toa and the rest of the class, too. And all the freshmen.
Could I have your attention, please? It's another great day. Perfect weather to start bringing all your great festival ideas to life. Some of you have been preparing since last month, and some even longer. I know you're all itching to get started.
Alright, sounds good, Luigi. Best of luck with that.
So without further ado,
Aww.
I hereby declare the first day of festival preparation begun. Time to start setting up.
Someone looks so excited. And hey, KK Smarts, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome. This is alright, this stream's off to a fantastic start. I'm hyped for the festival. Especially with all the hype surrounding this this concert Class 7 supposed to put on.
We have today and tomorrow, but try not to leave any work until tomorrow night unless you really have to.
Fair enough, Copper Nicholson.
All right, everyone, let's do this, and stay safe out there.
Aw. This is a great way to start the stream, chat. Right. Oh, here they go, chat. They're building it up. Hello, Blue Grove Wild. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Crow's best ship name. Oh, no. No. Absolutely not. I'm glad to see you're here. We're at the start of the festival. Seemingly. Or that's the preparations for the festival. Look at everyone. I know, excited to set up a fun time at the school after all the chaos that's occurred. And speaking of chaos, hi Milliam, and hi Fee. I want to thank you all for the effort you put in over these last 2 weeks, everyone. And at least things are really coming together now. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks, though. You said it. I don't think I realized how much work this would involve, or the fact that they wouldn't let me use my time manipulation powers to give us a leg up in the festival. Glad to hear you're doing well, KK Sparks. Ooh, first, drawing your first card to the Dreadlocks. Interesting. Fair enough, fair enough. Elliot's a merciless taskmaster when it comes to music. He's like a general. You'd think his father was in the army or something. Oh, wait. It's like he unleashes the beast within! Sorry, I just really want this performance to be the best it can be. You know what I find amusing about this image, chat? Look who the singers are here! As the lead singer, we have Fee Classell singing I Want to Take a Nap, and as the backup singer, we have Milliam Ryan and singing I'm Going to Destroy the School by Accident. It's no wonder Elliot had to pick Machias and Eustace to be the two singers. Don't worry about it. Given the short time we've had to prepare, I shudder to think what our band would sound like without your guidance. Yeah, I'm sure it will sound great. Well, the songs are coming together quite nicely, I admit. We aren't seriously going to do that, are we? Come on, give it up already. Evasad is really sounding great. Agreed. I'm sure you'll be quite the sight on stage once you're in your outfit. Oh no! What outfit? Is she? I swear, chat, are they going to demo which is his outfit to just be as completely on the nose as we can about her magical powers? She's like, ladies and gentlemen, I will now sing the opening to Little Witch Academia, starring myself as Akko. The boys will all be under your spell. And once again, it looks like I'm on the same wavelength as Antomicx. What a surprise. Well, yeah, Fee knows what's up inside the Cap Rickleson. And yeah, glasses can be scratched really easily, so it's important to try and keep them safe whenever you can. You guys, that's not the kind of pressure I need right now. Well, I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at Machias and Eustace. Who knew they'd work so perfectly together? I mean, who knew? It's not like we've been shipping them for almost this entire game, right, everyone? Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I shipped them too. Well, they got a rum already. And to think, at the outset, I doubt they had it in them to actually cooperate. Woo, it sounds like fun, KK Sparks. Best of luck with drawing that. Yep, and now look at them, crooning together in perfect harmony, like an old married couple. But that's the worst part! We're not even married yet! Speak for yourself, I've never felt so humiliated in my life. This conversation is straight, and... Oh no, she's here, chat. Sounds like you're having such a gosh darn good time, I almost hate to interrupt. Almost. Here she comes, chat. Just wanted to let you know that the principal's given you permission to use the old schoolhouse. Why? I have no idea. Maybe because the developers needed a final boss or something. That'd be my guess. Feel free to use it for rehearsal or whatever you need all the way through the end of tomorrow. Really? That's a weight off our shoulders. There's only so much of our performance we can practice in the music room's limited space. Yeah, and Class 1's been haunting the auditorium all to themselves. Well, considering they're performing an operetta, I'm not sure where else they could practice. First floor of the old schoolhouse should be a fine makeshift auditorium as far as our practice needs go. This seems very suspicious, chat. I get the feeling we're going to practice in the old schoolhouse, and I don't know, maybe we get attacked or something, or some shenanigans happens. Like, why else would they throw us in the old schoolhouse unless they're going to have some magical stuff happen? Not that stage area. What more can we ask for? Sounds like a great solution to me. Now, every time I step through those doors, I'm always running over the first day of school. The first of many deceptions by a certain instructor. Yep. Everyone just stares at Sarah. I'm afraid the statute of limitations is expired on that one. No, it hasn't, Sarah. No, a little bird told me that two people who might be in this room right now had a rather intimate experience that day. No! Bro, no! Why do we have to keep bringing this up? Oh, tell me! No, this is making it so much worse! No! Wow, let's just say the laws of physics didn't apply for a couple of minutes there, and Antomicx still doesn't understand how that whole situation unfolded. That's all you really need to understand. It's nothing worth mentioning! How did he find out about that anyway? Did he read the script? Well, shall we go on our separate ways for today then? Oh, Copper Nicholson, everyone wants to start somewhere. The only way one gets better at anything is to, keep practicing. So, if you enjoy writing, I encourage you to keep writing, man. Yeah, our costumes should be coming in this evening. So I think we're fine spending today helping with the setup and decorations. Might as well pitch in while we can. I'm guessing tomorrow's schedule just has rehearsal written in every blank. Ooh, it only seems right to spend today helping out our club members. Yes, we oughta. It's not like I ever helped out at the gardening club. Were you planning on helping Toa with any last-minute student council stuff, right? And Reed's like, how did you know, guys? Well, it's pretty obvious, Reed. Yeah, student council's been totally swamped these last 2 days, so I figured I'd lend them a hand. I stayed looking in on the old schoolhouse while I was out making the rounds, too. That'd be helpful. Even though we'll just be using the first floor, we should make sure nothing has shifted around in there like it always does. If you're all made to sleep at the place, just rate me on my Argus. I'd be happy to tag along. Okay, thanks. Also, you've got a lot on your plates. All I can say is, good luck. You'll need it. I'll probably be patrolling the campus, so just let me know if anything happens. I'll be asked to call on the costumes coming. I really want us to at least try those on today, just to make sure they all fit. No, I don't think that's the case, Copper Nicholson. Ta-da! If you wouldn't mind taking care of this stuff for me, I'd really appreciate it. No problem, glad to help out. Alright, what do we got? Male mix-up. Last two patches, the clear wasn't meant for us. We want to get to whichever class order, but we're too swamped with our preparate. Okay. Doing a special feature here at the radio Tristan. Oh no! And Instructor Beatrix needs, and nurse students have yet to collect their permission slips to serve food and drinks given. Ah, I see. Alright. Sounds interesting. Huh. Figured they'd probably all be related to the festival in some way. Beatrix is the nurse, Copper Nicholson. Trust and Tristan do seem pretty keen on helping out, though. That's nice of them. Yeah, they do every year. The radio station is even doing a little something for us, too. Alright. I'll see what I can do to keep the ball rolling in town, then. Great, that'd be a big help. Oh, but remember not to neglect your concert practice, okay? Pro's been telling me about it. It sounds like you guys are really pulling out all the stops. I can't wait to have a front row seat to watch you, Rean. Thanks, Toa. Wait. You wanna... Oh, sorry, did that slip my mind? Yeah, that's the idea, but we haven't started our group rehearsals yet. Ooh, a pizza. Sounds like fun, Luigi. Most of us have family coming in to watch those, so for better or worse, we're going to give it all we've got. By the way, do you think Angelica will be able to make it? Well... Aww. Sorry, I guess it's not looking too hopeful, huh? I just don't know. I've tried calling the Marquise's household, but they won't even let me talk to her. But still, this is Angie. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. She'll probably just break the rules anyway and come watch. Don't worry, Angie would never break a promise. Besides, you guys are all here. Pro's here, George's here. I'm sure she'll be here too. That's why we need to make this festival a big success. I want Angie to forget the bad times for a little while and have fun. And I know your concert will be a part of that too. Well, when you put it like that, I want whoever I can to make it a good time for her. Besides, as your follow-up act, we look bad if they weren't cheering just as loud for us. Oh, I can't wait to see what you guys have in store, especially you, Rean. Oh, is that Angelica? Toa! I'm guessing that's Angelica. I'm assuming. Oh, never mind, it's, I'm sorry to butt in, but it looks like some of the materials we ordered are going to get here late. Don't do something, it's going to throw a hitch in our preparations. Okay, I'll take another look at the schedule and see if we can rearrange things a bit. You go, Toa! Sorry, Rean, but it looks like duty calls. Good luck preparing for the concert. For our concert. Nice. Oh, it's their oh, that's cute. It's their concert, not Rean's not Class VII's concert, but it's like all their concerts. I approve. Well, no sense in just standing around. We've got a lot to do, and less time than I'd like to do it. Our outfits are going to show up this evening, too. I'll have to try and do as much as I can finish before then. Hey, let's get going. Alright, chat, here we go. It's a new chapter. So the question becomes, what do we have in store for us? Well, I see one side quest already. Where's the other one? Rough to guess. No? Strange. It's probably in... Oh, yeah, it would have to be in town, because that's where Radio Trista is. But, as is tradition here, chat, before we do any main quests, we are going to look for some fluff dialogue. So... Bella! Get back here. Oh, look at this, chat. This is cool. I appreciate this attention to detail, showing stuff all around the school to signify that things are changing. Alright. If we split up and finish the decorations today, we should be able to finish in time. I'm asking any and all second years for help, and that includes you. Get over there! Right. President Toa, here are the authorization letters you have. Give them to me. They'll be done in a jiffy. She's multitasking even harder than she normally does. She's probably staying busy to keep her mind off of Angelica. Don't burn yourselves out today, since we're going to have a lot to do tomorrow, too. Don't forget to take a few breaks. Right. Understood. And what does Toa do? She proceeds not to take any breaks whatsoever. Surprising no one. Right. No, Matthias isn't in here. Where are you, Matthias? No, he's not here. Matthias? No. Is he in here? No. Up here, maybe? I don't think I've ever been up here. Oh, right, the salon's up here, which we're not allowed in. So. Oh, Copper Nicholson, part of the process of writing is revision and, improving. So if you're looking over your writing and you're like, you know what, maybe there's some places that things I can do better, that's an opportunity to do more writing. Dustball's finished setting up for the festival, so now I'm helping decorate the cafeteria. Staff here always treats us well, so it's the least I can do to return the favor. It somehow moved 3 rage out of place while we were talking. I need it to be perfectly parallel with those tables over there. Oh no! This kind of work really brings out our inner perfectionist, doesn't it? Don't you say that, Rean? What say you, Laura? I heard a great deal about you, Laura. If you are up to it, I think it would be fun for the two of us to duel. Likewise, I can't think of a swordsman on campus who doesn't know your name. I'm sure that a duel would be fun for the both of us. Aww, that's nice. Alright, now what's going on over here in the field? Is there anything happening in the suspicious corner? Oh, this is where Crow is, of course. How's the business so far? Who's looking the hottest? Oh no! No great surprises yet. Oh, right, his old second years were pretty much spot on. As far as the first years go, the guy has Witcon combos has been playing the bets. We nailed that prediction too. Alright. Get those prices, project out as high as you can. Crow, mind explaining what's going on here? Crow. Rean, buddy, good to see ya. This is just a tiny, side project that a few second years are volunteering for. Where you turn a fun event into a gambling racket. Hush now, that's just rude. All this is just a friendly competition. Chat pots a year's worth of cafeteria food. No! What does second year even do with those? Bro, why? No, bad. What's important, Copper Nicholson? Ryan Club is assisting with all the festival's equestrian attractions. We should have this one take part too. Don't have people that feel well prepared? Don't be worried about that. Just focus on aiming the student council and leave players to me. Well, we'll do that. Okay, yes. Alright, probably start with the side quest. Before we do that, we should probably go fishing if we're allowed to, because I imagine we can. Oh, look at that! Have we caught that before? I feel like we might have.
What even is this?
Alright, yeah, we have caught that before. Fishies. Come on.
Not bad.
Ooh, is that a new one? Or...
Caught one.
No, that's not. Oh, it's another golden fish. We must catch this one for free. I want that fish.
Now that's a catch.
There we go. I'm certain that I dropped it somewhere around here. Is something the matter? Nothing I say. For what's matter, what are you doing here when you have preparations to make for the festival? Get back to work, you simpleton! Well, normally I would, but you look as though you have something on your mind. Are you sure I can't be of assistance? This is a personal matter, and you butting into my private affairs will do more harm than good. Have I ever decided to stream a visual novel game, what would be like things like Diamond Up and such? Well, the thing is, here, Sports, I typically stream challenge runs, and I can't it's very hard for me to imagine trying to make the challenge run out of a visual novel if it doesn't have any mechanics that can be made more difficult or things like that. Now, that being said, if I were to choose any visual novel, probably either... If it were one I've already read, it would be Danganronpa V3. If it were one I hadn't played myself, it would be Detroit Become Human. Or if it were one where I wanted to show off different, kind of like some sort of choose your own adventure stuff. Maybe either Virtue's Last Reward from the Hero Escape series, or one of the Telltale games, like Telltale The Walking Dead games. No, Copper Nicholson, no. Yep, fair, makes sense, hey, Sports. Great question, though. Though since you're here, it couldn't hurt to ask, have you seen a notebook around this area by any chance? It would have a black leather cover. Well, I don't believe I've seen anything like that. I'm happy to help you look, though. That is quite unnecessary. But if you are so inspired to assist me, you may do so by forgetting that this conversation ever took place, understood? This missing notebook has some all around the edge. I probably shouldn't talk to him. Instead, I should be happy if I found it. This has sus written all over it, chat. So we're looking for a notebook. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, that's just into the... Do you see a notebook, chat? I don't. No? Is it out here somewhere? Did you see a notebook, miss? Nobody's selling our freshly grown herbs and even seeds of our own. I can hardly wait to see what we've read. No. You have anything in our notes? Quest. Oh, it says final chapter. That's ominous. Okay. Duly noted. Vice Principal seems to have lost his notebook, and he seems to have... I'd like to help him out, but it'd be easier if I knew where to start. Oh, we actually don't even know where it is. Interesting. Help? I must have dropped it while making my rounds. Aha, the rooftop. It's the only place that makes sense. But then it should be around here. Oh, it's on the rooftop. I see. Alright, let's go take care of that. No. Aha! So, what are you doing with that notebook? Oh, excuse me, might I ask you a question? I believe Vice Principal Heinrich was up here just a while ago. Rean gave a brief rundown of the situation. I see, that would make sense. I was up here, came along to check up on how everything was going. He was using his notebook as a sort of checklist for all our arrangements. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if his notebook was full of info on everyone's festival plans. I want to do art streams one day, but I also would do video game streams. I would totally do a science day at my drawings at race sometime with Festival. Ah, fair enough, KJ Sparks. That sounds like fun. Best of luck with that. I think it should be a top priority. Do you remember where he was standing at the time? Just about right where you can build like a courtyard. Oh, but he left right after that. He overheard some guy messing around over the field, so he moved over there to yell at him for a little better. He'd even pulled leaning over the railings a bit for that one. Jeans probably didn't fall into the courtyard. Is that how things happen? No worries, best of luck. Okay, I think I know where it is then. Not going to be here, but rather somewhere. Yeah, okay, in here. Ish. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Oh my goodness, is something wrong? Do you need some help? Not exactly. Oh, so you're looking for a notebook. Now that I think about it, I believe I heard some first-year boys talk about something they found. Oh no! Are they cheating? That might be what you're looking for. Fantastic, that's when it stopped. Do you see where they went? I believe they said something about going someplace quiet so they could get a better look at. Alright, what should be more specific? If I had to guess, it's probably either the sus corner or the auditorium. Not at all, that's a great lead. Why not? I think I might know where they are. No time to waste. Better get going. So, someplace quiet is either here, the library, or the sus corner. So, let's check the sus corner. Okay, it's not the sus corner. I'd say let's try the library then. Upstairs? Nope. Okay. Unless Crow was using that. Actually, we probably should have checked the sus corner just a little bit more closely. Is it here, guys? I'm pretty busy myself. No. Okay, it's not here. It's not over here. It's down there. The schoolyard's actually pretty quiet, so we could go there. Oh, it is here! Interesting! Interesting! So they actually use, like, the music cues. The fact that this area doesn't have background music. Oh, why am I not surprised you're here again? Now, Leslie did fine. What do you think about this photo, Rats? No! Oh, man, that's awesome! It's definitely an amateur shot, but it captures the energy of a live performance. It's almost too good. Rats, why? I wonder who it belongs to, though. Notebook's covering some pretty expensive-looking leather, so maybe it's one of the nobles. Excuse me, guys. Oh, a notebook somewhere, right? Mind if I take a look at it? Oh, darn it. Guess that answers our question about the owner. Man, oh well, here you go. It's not Rean's notebook! Looks like it matches the description, which means it belongs to Vice Principal Henry. I want to have a better look at her, too. I know, right? I've never seen her before, but darn. Oh well, it's probably for the best to answer something or. Guy seems pretty devoted to her, too. If we tried to hold on to it, things just might get ugly. What is going on here? Yeah. What are they talking about? Sorry for the trouble. Make sure it gets back into the right hands. Let him know he's got our seal of approval, alright? What? Sir? What in the world is written here? I kind of want to check. No, that'd be a bad idea. I should head straight back to... It isn't his. I can just turn it in at the reception. Hey, don't tell me you're a fan, too. Nice. She isn't that well known in the Empire, but I guess you Class VII types are pretty worldly. What are they talking about? I'm very confused. Okay, now I'm really curious about what's in there. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Is it a key item? No, no. Black leather notebook. Alright, well, we can't examine it, so that's, I guess we'll never know. This is very sus, though, chat. What? Principal, what have you been up to? Vice Principal, what have you been up to? Oh, you again. I'm busy. A concert you clearly seem not to have been familiar size yourself with. State your business without delay. I found black leather notebook and thought it might be yours. This is indeed my notebook. Ahem, you wouldn't have happened to look inside it, would you? No, of course not. Well, I didn't, at least. Of course. How could I have expected such privacy-infringing behavior from a student at our esteemed academy? Oh, you dropped a picture. Oh no! Is this? What? Wow, I guess the weird vibe I was picking up had some merit. Vice Principal Hydred, you mind explaining yourself here? What is going on here, sir? Wait a minute. Oh. Is that? Is that Sharon? Like, is that Sharon? Before she became a maid? I honestly don't know. Like, it's just, the character looks familiar. That's all I'm saying, chat. It looks very familiar. I just... If it's not Sharon, I don't know who it could be. It's likely to be a picture of some dancer wearing a remarkably skimpy outfit. Some dancer? You call one of the greatest artists of our time some dancer? Foolishness. Utter foolishness! She is a member of Crossbell's highly esteemed theater troupe, Untitled. To call her a mere dancer is churlish. I've never even heard of them. They're known for their magnificent and passionate performances, replete with acrobatic feats that will blow your mind. Untitled represents true arts, capturing the hearts and eyes of those blessed enough to wear them witness. My eyes were closed to their glory until I was invited to see one of their performances in Crossbell. Their brilliance is renowned across the continent, rivaling even the acclaim this nation's operas receive. There's no shame in admiring Ritzia Mao's many charms. On the contrary, those who don't know should hang their heads in shame. Her talent is such that she was cast in a leading role almost immediately after her debut. Furthermore, she's earned everything she has through hard work and dedication. Is it any wonder why we love her so? Tragically, the recent terrorist attack across walls impacted Untitled just as it would any other citizens. But I believe in them. No setback is too great to stop them from soaring to even greater levels of excellence. The voices of the fans shall be there, here to support as they continue their climb. We shall support Ritzia Mao. Is this foreshadowing something in Trails of Cold Steel 2 or something? This seems very out of the blue. Huh? Wow, that was the last thing I ever expected to hear from him. Well then, allow me to thank you for returning my notebook. That said, you are to steal your memories of this secession away in the deepest reaches of your mind, never to re-emerge. Yes, sir. Here, take this golden bell. This is not a bribe, understood? Oh no! It is a token to ensure that you put every last ounce of effort into serving the Academy Festival. Even the Class 7 is trailing behind the other classes. I hope that this acts as an appropriate motivator. Everybody's like, what are you talking about, sir? Class 7's been at the top of all the grades. I fully expect you to prepare with the highest level of diligence so that you do not bring shame upon this Academy. Yes, sir. We'll be sure to meet your expectations. Oh, at least we got an orb. What's this one? Oh, that could be useful. Copper Nicholson, I think you're just, posting to the wrong audience here. As I was mentioning on the Discord server, I'm personally not someone who enjoys Ruby Chibi that much, so just by that very, definition, a fanfiction based off of Ruby Chibi isn't going to, spark my interest too much. That being said, if you find people who do have a similar interest, they probably have, of course, more interest in it. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something here, so... Male mix-up will be outside Class 2's second-year classroom. Okay. Depends what kind of monitor you're going for, Copper Nicholson. Again, I'd strongly encourage you to, I'd say newage.com is a great place to look for computer monitors. You can filter by cost if that's what you're concerned about. There's a lot of variety out there. Sorry to keep you writing, Michael. Oh, wait, there you are. I'm just glad you could make it at all. Our specialist tonight, but some people still haven't submitted what they want us to say during it. I mean, we could go ahead without them, but still kind of unfair if we did. New egg. N-E-W-E-G-G. Like scrambled eggs. So if you search for Newegg, it's a great online supplier for computer hardware. I imagine it probably just slipped their lines considering how much everyone has to do right now. But you're taking the time to give everyone's events coverage, so I'm sorry that they put you through this. Oh, don't sweat it. Festival gives us some good material every year. You won't see me complain that the students are making it better. The county's been getting lots of coverage ever since what happened last month, too. Ah, sorry, we don't have the time to shoot the breeze about that. So, you have the time to get this one done? Sure. Broadcasting tonight, so let's get this done as quickly as possible. You're the man. Still waiting on replies from Class 1 through 5, and the Cult Research Society. I don't know where the people in charge of them are, but you probably will have since you're from the Academy. Go get those comments. Give it to me. Class 1 should be rehearsing for the operetta. Class 5 is Mishi Panitz. He's up in Gymnasium. The Cult Research Society is in their club room. Alright. Sounds good. Before we do that, though, I do want to see, a certain someone, since she's here. Oh, Fee, what are you up to? I'm bored, so I've been handing out flyers about what the gardening club's doing for the festival. Want one? No, you should probably save them for the people in town. I'll be visiting everyone's events during the festival anyway. Fine by me. We're going to be selling flowers and stuff during the festival. Edel said she'll be selling the herbs she's growing too. Come and spend lots of money. Come and spend all the money you make off the exploits, Antomicx. We know you have infinite funds. Funds in this game, at least. Alright, so... different side quest. Excuse me, I heard that package was mistakenly delivered to Class 2. Is this where I can pick it up? Oh, am I glad to see you? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like, what, 6 chapters? You have a minute? I'll show you right now. Let's see it. What a relief. It's right over there. Margarita, it says he's here for the package. Oh, how fortunate! I was just about to put it away, too. Come along now. Okay, then. Need to save the contents of the patch. Are these cones? Alright, fair enough, Copper Nicholson. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an awesome night. That they are? We're planning on setting up some boundaries for our stellar garden, but not with anything that garish. None of us ordered them by mistake either. We suspect that they were meant for another class. Cones. Now you mention it, I'm pretty sure I saw some cones on the field. Oh, this is probably for the riding club. Those over and ask around. Oh, you mean it? Thank you. In that case, we'll leave this in your capable hands. Yep. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I believe I have a package for you. Package, you say? Oh yes, these are the pros we plan to use it for a Super Stallion. It took so long to arrive that I started wondering if I listed the wrong address. My thanks to you. Happy I have to help. I'm sure the student council is running themselves ragged right now, but you've done well. Even so, we have another issue to resolve. What? Oh? While we were waiting for our cones, we had another parcel mistakenly delivered to us. Oh no. You can see it over there. Our hands full, so we haven't quite decided what to do. Makes sense. Maybe if it's what's inside. Freshly printed books. Oh no, this is for the library. Sizable amount of them, I might add. Probably stock rather than personal book delivery. Mind if I take a look at those? I know who they're made for. Oh, be a great help to us. By all means, take a look. I will. Y'all seen the library? Oh, Student Union Building. Did Toa order these? Oh, no, not Toa. Oh, I did. The Literature Club, probably. If I had to guess. No, the occult. Oh, no, this is a different side quest. My mistake. Hello. Do you need something from me? What did I do? I'm collecting comments about each of the festival's events for a radio broadcast, focusing on them. I had no idea the Occult Research Society was actually doing something for the festival. I certainly am. Oh, are you curious? Oh, fair enough, Hopper Nicholson. No problem. I just have a simple answer to it. Very well, I suppose I can tell you. I'll turn this room into a fortune-telling house during the festival. How accurate will the fortunes I tell be? That's for you to find out for yourself. Let's just take that as your comment. Thanks. Oh, and as for that man from the radio station who sent you, I see a great deal of hardship in his future. Oh no, that's ominous. Well, gee, I'd hate to get in the way of your preparation, so I'd better get going now. Right, so if it's not there, we saw that, thing in the gymnasium. Alright, though. Right, now, what the heck is this? What is this, like a giant game of whack-a-mole? Someone explain this! Quit panicking, you guys! I've already sent someone to go grab George, so it's only a matter of time. What is going on here? Come on, work! I command you to work! Miss Shi, why have you forsaken us? Is everything okay over here? Hey, watch out! This last time joke was here to get the dirt on us! What, you think this is some sort of show? Get right out of here before I make you out of here. Calm down, boys. Sorry about that. Truth is, the machine we're using isn't really working like it should, so we're all a little on edge. You said someone left to get George, though, so our technical woes should be over before long. I agree, Kate Disparks, I agree. What's your story? Do you have a reason for coming us, or are you actually spying us? Well, it's the former, I assure you. I hate to ask when you're so busy, but it's about the festival feature on radio tonight. Class 5 still hasn't provided the station with a comment, so I'm here. Someone could help. Oh, adios, it's Monk. How could that radio freak have forgotten that? I don't have to ask him. What the heck, man? He seemed so excited when he told us he'd take care of it. What's he even doing right now? So instead of coming to you, comment on the fly, I need 20 month. Well, any idea where he might be? They haven't seen him since yesterday, actually. Whatever he's doing, might be pretty important if he thinks he can just ditch us at a time like this. Sure he's not just sleeping in? Anyway, none of us have time to fill with some fancy radio comment. You gotta find Monk. Got it, I'll look for him in the lower class dorm. We'll have to find him. To the dorm. Oh, the bookstore, that makes sense. Hello, how are your festival preparations coming along? Copper Nicholson Whack-A-Mole is just a game played with like different robots, that's all. I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. All you need to do is ask. Oh, believe it or not, I have a patch for you. At least I think I do. Oh, so they delivered to the wrong place, did they? Here it was that you was delayed by the high volume of shipments this year. Well, I'm glad it's here now. Don't worry about it, the economy's close enough as this. Huh, that's kind of you. This reminds me, someone else's patches has been delivered to me. You might add, what? Not at all. I looked at it myself. It was something I'd ordered and completely forgot about. It's full of books, but they're certainly not a regular stock. These are different. Maybe a short story. I'm pretty sure I've seen something like this before. Everybody's like, wait! And they see it's written by Emma Milstein, and he's like, oh no, it's these books, chat! It's the forbidden books, no! I think one of the students at the academy might be worth these. It's something someone wrote about the plan to sell. Copper Nicholson, stop that. I'm going to ask you to stop or to leave. That's your choice. Alright, Copper Nicholson? If that's the case, then there's no point in leaving them here. I'll take these with me and try to figure out who they belong to. As if they're already worried about taking up your time with busy work. But thank you very much for doing this. While we're here, we should go to the lower class dorms anyway, just to see if we can find Monk. Monk! Wait, this is not the lower class dorms. My mistake. Are you Monk? Can't see Monk anywhere on the first floor. Let's ask him where he is. Excuse me, do you have a second? Not today, I don't think. Do you need him for something? Yeah. Yes, I'll head to his room then. There's no need for that. Ah, there's Monk. Sorry for the wait, Rean. I've just finished writing up our comments for the radio show. Oh, I see, just now. That's right, this comment is the fruit of 2 days of backbreaking non-stop labor. And when I say non-stop, I mean without so much as a wink of sleep. Oh, wow. I never knew that's it. That big. He's such a radio geek. Misty won't be on the show, but submission's a submission. My very best is good enough. I can tell that you're curious. Let me read it to you. Miss Shi, the international sensation, finally makes his Thor's Military Academy debut. But oh no, trouble's afoot. Mishi and Michette are being attacked by evil Mishi, and the only way to save them is to smash, smash, and mash away. So come along to Class 7 buys Mishi Panic and save Mishi and Michette from their terrible fate. Mishi Panic, the only place where smacking something so cute can be so refreshing. But you might want to advertise that a little bit differently. And that's that. Make sure they don't leave out a single word. I'll be listening. Sure. It's like, that really does not sound good. At all. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that was your daily reminder that this is an anime game. Turn on over here. Oh, right, the literature club. Alright, Dorothy. What are you doing? We finished up our book and signed out for copy and binding, but they're taking their time and sending them back. I really want to go over there and make sure that all came out okay. Excuse me, are these the books you're looking for? Oh, that's them! That's definitely them! My fanfictions! My goodness, I was really starting to worry that they wouldn't get here in time. Now we'll be able to hold our little reading circle just as planned. I really would like some boys to attend and share their impassioned views on the works we'll be reading. Be still, my heart. Oh, no! No! Well, at least she's enthusiastic. Well, that's all I'm here for, so... Oh, hold on a moment. I just remembered something. Let me ask. Something you didn't ask for got delivered here, too. How did you know? What, how? It's this. I assumed the spots were at my book stand, so I was quite surprised when I found something different inside. Mind if I take a look? Full of ornaments. They all look really expensive, too. The only thing looking at the lampstand is the statue of Pegasus. I'm hoping for our reading circle to be a little bit like a tier party, but I'm not looking for anything this expensive. So I'm sure these must have been meant for someone else. All patches were delivered to the wrong people, so this one might be... I'll hold on to this if you don't mind. I didn't know who ordered it. Oh, that's all yours. And please do come along to our reading circle during the festival. You might want to bring a friend or two. Me too. And Reed's like, no. I already have enough horrible memories from the literature club. I think I'll be okay. I'll think about it. Reed, run! Anyway. Okay. So, if I had to guess. Yep. It's all come full circle, chat. So, let me get this straight. You delivered every single package to the wrong place? I'm sorry. I only just started this job, so... I don't care about your excuses. Just leave me when our ornaments are going... Tell me when our ornaments are going to arrive. I'm so sorry. Slam, just in time. Are you waiting on these by any chance? Rean the delivery man, at your service. Oh yes, here they are. That does a single one out to place. Now we can finally get started on the interior. You really redeliver everything, Rean? I'm so sorry, thank you so much. No worries, it's kind of a pain, but it helps. Seriously, don't worry about it. Even so, I still end up causing trouble. Oh wait, please take these. Actually, that'll help a lot. Thank you, sir. Are you sure? That's the very least I can do. I'll be sure that this never happens again, and you can tell him that. Well, goodbye, and sorry again. He's a busy one, alright? I hope he's not running off to fix more mistakes. I guess it's just because there are so many deliveries to make with everyone getting ready for the festival. Definitely it's hard to blame him for instance. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that compliment, listen. That's true. Though, I guess you can always make your own if you just have a nice new tray and a sink. So, and a freezer, of course. Anyway, it seems like things are all good. I really appreciate that. You may be rivals, but you have my appreciation. I hope both our festival plans go as well as they can. Well, yeah, bear the captains, bear the festival. Yay! Okay. Okay. We read the comments. Okay, so we got all the comments, so now I think we just need to... do comment from Mink. Okay. Oh, right. We need to go to class. We're missing something. So we got a comment from Barrel, we got a comment from Monk. So I think all that's left is class 1 first year. Upstairs, it might be. No. Oh, wait, no, they were in the gymnasium, weren't they? No. What am I missing here? Are we just supposed... I was right, the auditorium, that's right. Alrighty. Oh, no! No! Ladies and gentlemen, my voice is about to be destroyed. I just drink some water, because this is going to hurt. Okay. It's Ferris, chat. Excuse me, do I have a moment? What are you doing here? This is Class 1's practice area. Did you see a sign that said, Class 7 interlopers welcome? Or perhaps, please interrupt us? No. Then move along. It's inconceivable that you're here, Ring Scorcher. Inconceivable! I'm only here to ask about last one's comment for the radio special on the Academy Festival today. You still haven't submitted one. Oh, right. Did no one submit a comment for our class? You had one job, mates! One job! I certainly haven't. Likewise, we've been so focused on practicing that slipped our minds. It's inconceivable! Listen well, then. Class 1 will be performing an operetta set in the Middle Ages known as the Coronation of Garuda. It is the dramatic tale of Garuda, a most noble lady favored by the Emperor himself, as she struggles against her own destiny. The leading roles will be played to perfection by Patrick Harms and myself, Ferris Florelt. Our operetta won't just be captivating, but also educational. We even consulted an expert to ensure our script's accuracy. I implore those of you listening not to miss out on our fabulous performance, especially in order to watch other lesser events performed by other lesser classes the very same day. We will not be topped. Take that, Class 7. Take that, Alyssa. I think that should do for now. Thanks. Man, she really is competitive. What is it with her and Alyssa? Well, that's the last of the comments I need. I should go and give these to Michael. Had you not butted in, we would have missed our opportunity to spread the word about our spectacular operetta. So, you have my thanks, I suppose. Just don't go helping out Alyssa. But this doesn't change the fact that our performance is going to completely obliterate yours. I hope you all suffer. Thanks, Ferris. Ladies and gentlemen, Ferris exists. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, wait. Before I forget, any new books? Wait. Philosophy of the Blade. I wonder which one. I wonder which one that is. Probably... Jocelyn Laura? This is a pretty interesting book. Maybe we're talking... Oh, it's about Pro. Huh. Alright, now let's turn in the... Oh, how'd it go? Perfectly. I've got all the 3 comments right here. Good stuff. They're good. Generally short comments, so I'm pretty sure they'll get some great reactions to our guests. So this is gonna be a fantastic show. Before we run off, take some of these. Yo, Celestial Bombs and Pure Bombs? That's really helpful, dude. Thanks. Awesome, thanks. Good luck with tonight's show. Right back at you. Let's do what we can to make this one heck of a vessel. Alright, sounds like a plan. Alrighty, chat. And now, with that out of the way, I think we finally will be able to work on the main quest, because we just did all the side quests. I think. Oh wait, no, oh no, so third minus is the main quest. Alright, we're good. So we will pick up what... Who put this board here? Excuse me. Alright, we'll pick up with that after I take a little break, chat, so don't forget, guys. Be right back. Alrighty, chat. Great choice, huh? Seems as though you've been working very hard on your field studies, and even harder when you help the student council. You can hardly imagine how many people you've helped tackle their problems, all showing compassion and honor. As an instructor here at Thor's, you could not make me more proud. That's very kind of you, but I'm not sure I've done anything someone else in my shoes wouldn't have. To be honest, I'd say the people I've helped have let me develop as a person, so it's anything but sure. The more you talk, the more right I know I am. I hereby present you with a Medal of Compassion. Aww. Miss Herschel won this last year, so... Well, you know you're in good company. Aww, that's really adorable, chat. What I'm saying, Rean, is that you're following in President Toa's footsteps. Keep up the good work. Wink. While this is far from a formal award ceremony, I do hope you all accept. And so, this is quite an honor. Of course I'll accept. Thank you very much. And the ability and the will to help others is a precious thing. I hope that you continue to do so as you grow older. Aw, that was cute. Oh, that wasn't the main quest. It was just, giving us something. Okay. Hello, Schwarzer. You wouldn't happen to be here in response to my request, would you? Oh, that's right. Wait, hold on a second. I'm confused. So, if that wasn't the main quest, was that actually just something we could have missed? Interesting. That's right. Today I'm working on behalf of the Student Council. The quest said you needed someone to give students permission slips, right? Yes. Excuse me. These slips prove that a student is upholding the necessary health and hygiene standards to sell food on campus. Any and all students planning to sell food, whether at the stall attraction, must have one to do so. For some Romans, these slips are the most important part of the festival, and yet a few of our students still haven't collected theirs. I'm starting to get a little worried. That's why I need someone to look at. You hit the nail on the head. I do it myself, but people tend to be accident prone this time of year. Sorry to push this on you when I'm sure you're already swamped, but such are the dangers of helping student council. I'm happy to help. What a guy. In that case, let me tell you what to deliver. First on the list, Nicholas from the cooking club. They have like holy cookie classes during the festival. I assume he's so focused on all the preparation and that he's forgotten to come get the one thing they'll need him to cook. Probably did test. The Class 4's Eastern Tea House, as the name implies, it's about tea, relaxation, and such. I do believe it was Colette's job. The sweet girl. If a bit on the clumsy side, it's probably just slipped your mind. Sounds like something. Lastly, two food stalls related Becky and Yuta. You'd think they'd be the first sippers slips. I've heard the two are trying to out one another. If they don't have the slips, they'll both have 0 units each. They're probably too busy arguing to even think about stopping by. Any day their slips will help calm them. So recap, Nicholas Cooking Club, Colette Class 4, Becky and Hugo. Correct? You got it. Here are the precious slips. Remember, the fate of the festival's food is riding on these. They're very important, so be sure to handle them and such. On top of that, each slip has the name of the person you need to deliver. Don't get them mixed up. Said, I'll be extremely careful. Yeah. Oh, calm down. It's a simple request, even if it is important. Let me know when you're done. We'll do. Alright. I am curious, chat. This item we got. It's Metal Compassion. Of the 4-line heart. Highest of the 4-line. Given my instructor Beatrice. Cool. Well, unfortunately, we can't really use it because we go against the rules. But it's still cool that we received it. I wonder if does Toa comment on this? I doubt it, but it's worth looking into, I think. Toa, look what I got, Toa. I'll be split up and finish separation today. We'll finish it. Nope. Listen, Toa. No, this is the same conversation we saw earlier. Okay. Alright, well there's 2 of them, and the other ones are probably in the school, so. Here you go, this is my spot, so bold! Totally sorry, Becky, but it's my spot now. I applied for it first, and by extension, that means I get priority. Hi, but I brought all my stuff here first. The application papers were vague as to what they meant in front of the main building. Well, Copper Nicholson, when you write something, at least when I write something, I write first and foremost because it'd be something that I would be interested in reading, or it's a story that I have a lot of heart behind and really want to tell, so things like that. And I think, you know, if you work on a writing project with that as your main driving factor, then I think you'll end up finding it very rewarding, as opposed to, say, trying to write for other people's entertainment, if that makes sense. Or rather, what I should say is, if you're really passionate about writing something, then like you pour your heart and soul into it, more likely than not, there'll be an audience for it. Whereas if you try to write in order to please a certain group of people, I mean, you might be able to write something that interests them, but it might feel more empty, kind of like how writing for various TV shows and video games can feel very stilted if it's just, you know, if the main goal is to make money rather than to make a game that's you really poured your heart and soul into, or a show you poured your heart and soul into, if that makes sense. Well, okay. But why not do both, Copper Nicholson? Why not write a story that you feel really passionate about that also happens to make people laugh? I mean, to be fair, comedy and humor is a very subjective thing, so that's something that you can only refine with practice. But honestly, you know, if that's what you're passionate about, keep writing, man. This is the exact spot I had in mind when I applied. I'm terribly sorry, Bucky, but you'll have to concede. No chance, Nate. I had my eyes on the spot way before you. Oh no. Precious slips really are the last thing on other minds. Sorry to interrupt, but I have something for each of you. Yeah, mates, we're a wee bit busy here. Future our sales rider on who gets this stall right here, so would you mind making this quick? Don't worry, I will. I completely forgot about that. And me both. Perhaps we let our kerfuffle carry us away. Say, Becky, I have an idea. There's little point to a competition that's won based on stall position alone. What do you say neither of us takes the spot and we get set up our stalls at the front gate? We'll be right across from each other? Hi, that sounds good. Let's go about that then. Oh no, there's gonna be a tie, isn't it? Sorry to say, but no, wee man, but I'll be winning this one either way. Oh, Betty, the fact that you're naive enough to think that's possible is one of the reasons you're so charming. I will believe it. You'll have a brass nut too when I show you it's true. Oh no! I have no idea, Chete Sparks. My guess is they're either siblings or they're they're in like a Eustace Machia situation where they're going to be angry at each other to start with, but really just have feelings for each other. We'll see. I'll get out there before they get started. But yeah, how does the artwork, by the way, KK Sparks? Certainly been really enjoying the side quests here. Or I guess this is technically the main quest, but still. Hey Colette, you done that? I got something for you. Oh, I always got time for a gift. Yeah, here we are. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. That was close. Can't exactly have a tea house without tea. Oh, whoops. Sorry you had to come all the way over here to deliver it, Rean. No worries. But do me a favor, try not to get me tasked with any last-minute deliveries on the day of. We'll see about that. Thanks a lot. Oh no! Is that foreshadowing? Well, now we need to go to the cooking club, where Milliam will most likely be. No! Chat, did I not call it? Milliam, I swear. If you're going to make the cooking club explode, at least do it when I'm not in the room. I don't see Nicholas anywhere. Hey, Milliam, quick question. Do you know where Nicholas is? Nicholas? He said he was heading out to get some ingredients and stuff, so I guess he's probably at the general store in town. Right, thanks. Probably regret this, but... What are you making? My own super special cookies! They're made entirely out of salt! Nicholas asked me to make a whole bunch of different types. These ones got hot chili peppers in them too. Wanna try one? No thanks, I try to deny someone else the privilege. For what it's worth, it seems like she fits right in with the cooking club. Now to head to town, 5 podcasts. No you don't, Copper Nicholson, no you don't. This is pretty dang busy these days, so he probably just forgot. He said he was heading out to order more ingredients and stuff, so he's probably at the store. Thanks, no chat there. Milliam! It's at the store, though. I have no idea, Hopper Nicholson. Oh, what's going on over here? I don't know. I happened to bump into Alyssa while I was looking out, doing some shopping for the village shop. No matter where you look, you can tell that the whole county is telling with activity right now. Oh, that reminds me. How are things coming along with your club's story collection? I remember last time we talked about it, you mentioned the content was a little graphic. Well, no worries. I managed to get that matter all settled. Oh no. Oh, fair enough, Shinji Sports. Ooh, nice. Okay, interesting, KT Sports, interesting. Makes sense. Dorothy agreed to tone the material down to a more acceptable standard. Means like, wow, you actually managed to convince her to be PG-13? That's impressive. She certainly didn't make it easy, though. I was like, Emma had her work cut out for her. I plan on holding a reading circle during the festival to go along with our short story collection. That sounds like a terrible idea, Emma! Thinking about reading those together as a bit of a group, it makes me feel a bit embarrassed, to say the least. Yeah, I feel that, Emma, I feel that. Emily and Theresa asked me to go buy some materials from them. Oh, I meant to ask. How are our efforts around the end? They were changed a little bit from the original designs, weren't they? Well, everything's fine. I'll just see you this evening. Oh no! That's a dodge! What was with that ominous pause? Oh, right. I got in touch with the grandfather about the festival, and he said that he really wants to make it here. Yay! I was one of the directors, so she should be there, which means our whole family might end up in one place. It's guaranteed, but it might be the first time my whole family's been together in 5 years. I really hope everyone can make it, but me too. Aww. Hope so too, Alyssa. Hope so too. Alright, Nicholas. Mr. Her says Rean can't cook. Hey, Sense. Oh. Hello, Redcore! Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? And no, don't worry about that, Redcore. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Right now, we're just preparing for the festival, Redcore. Excuse me, Nicholas. I'm here to deliver your permission slip for the Academy's festival. Oh, sorry to make you come all this way just for that. Certain issues with the people I ordered the ingredients from have been keeping me busy. I've been trying to get in contact with other sellers and plan out how menu changes all at once. It's been messy. I was dead set on putting up the purchase slip today, though. Oh, Instructor Beatrice said this, that. Go. Thanks a lot. I'm surprised you realized how busy I'd be, though. It's kind of nice to have an alternative instructor. I suppose she picked up that situational awareness from her time in the military, though. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Yep, she used to be a medical officer. Apparently she was even famous enough to get some wildly recognized nickname. Huh, now I'm curious to hear more. That's all I know. Thanks for slipping by. Head over here and stick out. Please do. That was the last slip. Our defense instructor, Beatrice. But yeah, right now, there's just been a whole lot of shenanigans preparing for the festival. So, really excited to see where this goes. To the infirmary. Delivered all permission slips. Good work. How was everyone? Well, pretty much exactly as you described. And things go a lot smoother, actually. Glad to see that there's still some use for the soul of women's wisdom. Now that you're here, why not have some tea? Have a seat. I'll prepare something special to thank you for your help. Oh, well, I'll be rude to turn it down. Love some, thanks. Aww. It's delicious. It's my special blend. Tastes the tea right out of you. You've actually learned a lot about herbs in Class VII, haven't you? Oh, is that so? This tea and Sharon's are so different that I can't even compare the two. This tea at least tastes reasonable, where Sharon's tastes like cyanide. I almost forgot how fun it is to have tea with someone so young. So tell me, how are things going in Class 7? You're all so busy these days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brecor. That we are, but our concert is really there. I'm sure it all fits itself in time, Brecor. Just give it time. We're doing the final fittings for our costumes today, and tomorrow will be a full day's rehearsal. We're definitely kind of close, but we're all motivated, so no way this won't be a success. Oh my, so much confidence. Just make sure you don't work so hard you end up having to pay me a visit. Huh, well, I'll try not to. He really does care about all the students on campus. We know a lot about the ones who brought their slips. Us have been as a college a great deal over this past half year. It's always a pleasure to learn from what you're up to. That said, it seems like you also have an act of getting yourselves into trouble. I'm certainly not opposed to Instructor Sarah's methods, but she tend to be a bit more protective. Agreed. You might be onto something, but that attitude has helped us out before. Which reminds me, you've known her for a while now, haven't you? I've heard that you used to be a medical officer in Army. Is that when you crossed paths? Something like that, yes. Well, suppose you're all at that age when it's expected you come across trouble every now and then, but keep in mind that pushing yourself beyond your breaking point to accomplish something you can't will only end badly. Just like it did for her all those years ago. Ooh! Okay, now I understand why this is the main questions. Finally, we're learning more about the bat story of Professor Sus. Understood, I hope. Gracious me, I didn't mean to lecture you like this. Teach how I guess. And it appears— oh, never mind, darn it! Come on! Tell us about Sarah's past. And it appears RT has gotten told. Perhaps that's a sign that we have to bring this lovely conversation to an end. I suppose so. Well, it's nice to hear from you. Glad to hear it. It's our first Academy Festival. This is your first Academy Festival, so I hope you'll enjoy the whole thing. Preparation included. I will. Thank you, done. A college, what is this? The ancient glyph in the Pencil 80? That's pretty good. Cool. Alright, now what? I'm guessing we'll just go outside and things will happen.
Hello, Rean Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, what? Is that you?
Yo, it's me.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, hey, Crow. Is something wrong? It's not like you to call out of the blue.
Well, we've run into a bit of a problem.
No!
Turns out our outfits for the concert will be arriving late.
Oh,
they said
no.
the earliest they can get them delivered is sometime tomorrow morning.
Uh-oh.
That's not great. I mean, it'll be hard to do tonight's dress rehearsal without the actual dress.
And it'll just be a rehearsal.
My thoughts exactly. But don't you worry, though. I'm just as crafty as I am handsome, so I've got a plan.
Oh, oh no, Chad. Are we about to see some of Crow's shenanigans?
Want to head out and pick them up for us in person?
Uh-oh.
Crow, I think the two of us need to go over the definition of plan sometime. You ordered them from a boutique in Heimdall, didn't you?
Yeah, someone over there's putting the finishing touches on them right now. They'll be done by this evening, so our whole delivery problem's solved if you just head over there.
Oh, are we gonna, like, use the motorcycle to get over there
I
quickly?
do it myself, but I've got some stuff I need to get done.
I see.
Got it. I'll take care of it. I'll head to the station right now. Wouldn't want to miss the train on something this time sensitive.
Whoa there, the train? Come on, man. Don't tell me you forgot about Jellica's parting gift.
Oh, we are gonna ride the motorcycle. That's cool.
You're right. It'd probably be faster to get to Heimdall by bike than by train. Okay, bike it is. Besides, if I cut down on my travel time, I could put more work into the festival.
Even when I give you something cool to do, you find a way to make it dorky. Oh yeah, you should take someone with you too.
Take someone with us too.
You're bringing
Interesting.
11 outfits back here, and that's not exactly going to be easy on your own.
That's true.
That's
It'll
fair
be a
point.
lot easier with the sidecar too. Okay, leave it to me.
Cheers.
Okay, I guess I've got a little more wiggle room to help out around here. I'll head to the engineering club to ask George to lend me the bike once I'm done.
Intriguing. Anyway, chat. As the night gets a bit later, how's it going, everybody? Right now it's a pretty nice night out, and weather's been pretty fine too. Alright, well I think we've done everything we can here. Everything of note. So let's see what we got here. George, where's the bike? Hey, Reed, I heard everything from Crow. I just finished up with the maintenance of the sidecar too, so you're welcome to take it when you like. Thanks, I'll do that. Huh. And you can't seem to mess. It's not a mess it. You can take it out for a spin wherever you feel the need for speed. Thanks, George. So yeah, sometimes you'll see an error show up here. Right, so what do I do then? Where's the bike? Oh, there's the bike. We found it, chat. Motor bike. Here's Angelica's bike. The Italian Trail. Head to Heimdall. Wait, hold on a second. Shouldn't I be asking someone to join? Am I missing something here?
Okay, looks like everything's in working order.
Fair enough, Raptor. Fair enough, Dr. Nicholson. My bad.
Crow did say I should take someone else along to give me a hand. Not sure how busy everyone is, though. Let's see. Who should I try asking first?
Oh, we got a choice. That's cool. So it's just like a bonus cutscene? Oh, interesting! Interesting! So we can literally choose anyone from Class 7. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm noticing Toa's not here, so we can't pick her. So who should we take on? No. No. William. No. Do you have any idea how much of a disaster that would be? That seems like a mistake waiting to happen. Are we seriously gonna take William? No. 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 Well, part of me really wants to take Fee, if I'm being honest, but Laura would be interesting too. Decisions. We need to choose someone, chat. Okay, chat. Fine. Don't want to go with us. How cool you are. No, I'm not going alone. Why would I go alone? Did we not say that it would be? Alright, yep, Fee it is. Yeah, it should be Fee. Well, let's face it, Fee is like
Alright.
one of my favorite
Might as well
characters
see
at
if
this
they're
point.
free.
After all, Fee usually doesn't do anything, so hopefully this is a funny conversation.
Hey, it's Rean. I've got a little favor to ask.
Oh, no.
Nice.
This is... Well, it's too late. We already asked Fee, and this is kind of... This is hilariously adorable in a way.
It feels like we're cutting through the wind. I could get addicted to this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't get the same sense of speed when you're on a train.
So, Grector, I do want to mention, we had a choice of anyone in Class 7 to join us. Toa was not an option, unfortunately. So, we went with the obvious next choice. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just kind of funny. It's just of these cat ears.
But still, are you sure it was okay for you to come out with me? Isn't the gardening club preparing some big event for the festival?
We're done with that already. I'm free.
I mean, honestly, Rean, did you expect me to actually do anything? I just took a nap. That's what I'm trying to do here, too.
I sort of want to see our outfits, too.
Oh, yeah,
That makes sense, especially since you're going to be right in the spotlight with Emma.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's probably it, Grector. Rean was going to call Toa, but then he's like, oh, look, it's a box. And she just sits in, and Rean's like, I guess I'm taking fee then.
Yep. Gotta make sure I can move in it.
I think we landed on a pretty nice design in the end. They're a little revealing, but that doesn't seem like something that'd bother you too much.
Not unless it's completely ridiculous.
Okay, taking fee was the right choice. I'm not picky unless it looks silly, in which case I'll tear it to shreds. I swear we get their fees like this is completely ridiculous. And it's...
Seems like you'd be more interested in Emma and Elisa anyway.
That's not true at all.
Reed's like, hey, Fee, you already know who I have my eye on. That's not anyone from Class 7. That's funny. And we're riding Hamdar. Look at this chat. Actually, I wonder if we took Elliot when we got to see Elliot's sister.
Sorry to make you kids come all this way to pick these up. I think you'll be pretty happy with the way they turned out, though.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see them. We really appreciate you making these for us so quickly.
Thanks.
This was no sweat compared to what Crow put me through last year. He had me working like a madman.
Especially for Madam President's costume.
Last year's concert was great, though, so you can bet that I'll be there to see if you kids can top that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, by the way, you're one of the backup dancers, aren't you?
It's called backup for a reason. In case anything goes down, and things always go down, you need someone who's capable in combat on stage. And well, who better than me?
You should be a sight to behold in that outfit, like a dazzling little fairy.
I am a cat!
Now I really want to try it on.
Aw.
You might want to wait until we get back.
If he's like, no, I'm trying it on and you can't stop me, Rean. Agreed, Grector, agreed.
A bird?
What? What? Is that Misty? Did Misty transform into a bird? What?
What the?
Suspicious. It's either Misty or Baron Blue Blanc. That'd be my guess.
Rean?
Did I hear a bird just now? I want to eat it.
Something happened? You have a strange look on your face.
No, it's nothing. There was just a strange bird on that lamppost over there, that's all.
Weird.
It was. I've never seen a bird with feathers that color before. It was a really deep blue, almost like lapis lazuli.
That's probably not normal.
Yeah, it probably got affected by orbital experiments or something.
But what's it doing in the middle of a city?
Who knows?
Oh, what do we have here?
No! 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 No!
I mean, Misty.
She's back, chat! She's back! No!
Huh? It's been a while, hasn't it, Rean? Thanks for not using my real name. If people here in the capital were to overhear you, I'd be drowning in fans in no time flat.
Sure. Mum's the word. Fancy meeting you here, though. I assume you're here to shop?
You guessed it. This store does have a branch in Trista, but this one has a much better selection. What about you? Why are you lugging 2 suitcases around? You two getting a jump start on a romantic weekend?
No! No! No!
Bingo.
Chat, this is why Fee is the best. Gosh darn it, Fee! Fee just rolls with everything. Fee is the best character.
Not even close.
Rean's like, not even close. So you already know. And besides, Fee, don't you have your eye on Laura? You don't have to tell her that. Oh, this is hilarious. I love it.
Wow, a concert, huh? That sounds like a blast. I'd love to drop by the festival and see it myself. I might be able to go if I can free up a bit of space in my schedule.
It'd be great to have you. Although I can't imagine a professional like you would be terribly impressed.
All right, listen, chat. Listen, Fee's a fantastic character. I just think she has more chemistry with Laura, first of all. And second of all, I think Rean has more chemistry with Toa. And that's just my shipping opinion, okay?
Oh, don't be silly. Great music comes from the heart. Whoops, lost track of the time. I better get going. Well, bye for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Glory
Of course,
forever.
I always do.
But still, that was funny. I love how his Fee, without a second glance, she's just like, bingo.
That was the opera singer from our field study here, right? Who's Misty?
Well, you see...
Explain.
Oh, yeah.
That would explain a lot.
It all makes sense now.
It had to do with prejudice, Drakor.
It took me a while to notice that their voices were the same. Now that I think
It was prejudice, Drakor.
tomorrow's Friday,
Unconscious
right?
bias.
They only broadcast Abend time on Sundays.
Maybe she's on some other show.
Well, whatever. We should start heading back to Trista. I'm sure everyone's waiting for us.
Yep. We've got to try those outfits on, too.
I can't wait to see how we all look in them, especially Laura.
Yeah, I really want to see how everyone looks in them.
And by everyone, you mean our curvier classmates.
I imagine Rean's just giving Fee the I'm so done face.
I do not.
And look at that, Rean. Our linked SP is over 7,000. Whoopee! Exactly, Redboard. Exactly. Wait, where's Fee? Oh, she's behind. Oh, that's adorable. Don't worry, Rean. This doesn't imply anything. I know, Fee. I know. But everyone will think we're cute regardless. It's a shame we couldn't pit Toa for this. Oh well. Alright, are we finally got to see them in their outfits? Let's find out.
Wow, these are actually really nice.
They're a bit
Oh,
more revealing than I would have chosen, but at least the design itself is reasonably tasteful.
yeah, I agree with Laura here. I think, if they went like full, we'll say like choir outfit, that would have been cool. But this is nice. This is nice. It is very adorable, but
Yep,
even...
not bad.
It's just okay. At least it doesn't look completely ridiculous. I also noticed that both Fee completely messed up her bow on purpose, and Fee and William are wearing tiny hats. This is This is adorable.
And the black makes us look all classy, too.
Oh, you're right, Kate. As far as, yeah, I didn't even think about that. They're supposed to look like idol dresses. Though, to be fair, yeah. So when Toa and her classmates were doing this, they did try to make themselves look like idol singers. So I guess that's what they're going for here.
Oh, what am I even doing in this getup?
Uh-oh. Oh, no! No! I mean, Emma, you look great,
Wow,
but why?
Your boobies look even bigger!
No! Bad William! But, what are you doing here, Sharon? What is Sharon doing here? What? Oh, I'm here just to... Didn't you hear, Antomicx? Let me guess. Am I secretly the final boss of this game? Is that where this is going? I sure hope so, because I've been waiting to show you all. I've been waiting to put my foot down and face you all, without holding back. Yeah, I agree, Rector. It's adorable that Emma's still being herself.
Wow, you look stunning.
Aww.
That's seriously hot.
Oh no! And ladies and gentlemen, I think both Flora and I just confirmed that we are also interested in women, which should surprise no one. But yeah, he's the best.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have trusted the boys.
I think it's perfect. And letting your hair down adds just the right amount of mystique.
Wink, wink.
Nice work on the styling, Sharon. Thank you, my lady.
You might say it's a very explosive style.
I think you all look beautiful.
Wow, you all look even better than I was hoping.
Oh, look at them!
Well, you all look the part of dashing gentleman yourself.
They look adorable, Jet. It's too cute. No, it's too adorable. This is amazing. They look like they're going to lead a marching band.
It seems like you took your inspiration from the traditional dress of the Imperial Court.
You look like rejected princes from a children's book. But it kind of works.
He's like, I didn't get to make too many funny comments over the field study, so I have to get them all out right now. Here you are, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel a little bad for you guys. Your uniforms don't have those little personal touches like ours do.
Well, considering the time we had to work with, we had to settle for all us guys just wearing the same thing.
No one's gonna care what the guys are wearing.
I disagree, Crow. I think they look great.
It's better to bring out each girl's charms and let the boys just sort of fade into the background. That's called knowing your audience, boys and girls.
Agreed.
I see how it is.
We're all different heights and have different hair colors, so I think we're better off with a standardized look.
I'm no stranger to cuffs, epaulets, and overdone embroidery, but it looks preposterous to see you wearing such finery, even if it is just a costume.
You're making me blush, Machias.
Hey, I didn't ask for this. What sane man would want to dress like a noble? Besides, I hope you haven't forgotten that we'll be singing in these outfits together.
Sadly, despite my earnest attempts, I haven't.
All right, are you ready to practice the night away?
We've only got a day and a half left, and that's if you include today. No time to waste. And that's why none of us are leaving this building until we can do a perfect run-through of our whole set.
Oh no! This seems like a disaster
I think he's
waiting
going
to
to take
happen.
no for an answer.
You're like a drill sergeant when it comes to music. I hope you're not starting to take after Nightheart. We're not sleeping tonight, are we?
Let me guess. You're just going to say, we're going to do it one more time, 1,000 more times, aren't you, Elliot?
I'll be sure to bring you all a nourishing dinner later this evening.
That's not the problem here. Well, I suppose there's not much more we can do than buckle down and give it our best shot.
General Elliot.
Fine. I suppose I'll just have to cast my shame to the wind and go through with it. Aww.
You can do it, Emma.
It's not like I want to wear an outfit like this, but I might never get a chance again, so come on, Emma. Just grin and bear it.
What was that?
Oh no, I think we broke Emma.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, we broke Emma! Quick, Alyssa, do something! Why do I have to do something? Because Emma loves you! She what? Nothing.
Maybe we ought to leave her be for a while.
And Melissa for the win. Something doesn't feel right, chat. Something doesn't feel right. I can't quite put my finger on it, it's just something really does not feel right. We're gonna continue. Yeah, you were here for the best part of the stream, this is hilarious. First thing that's more, we got together and practiced again. Aw, the sad music. I mean, our time in Trails of Cold Steel is coming to an end. Oh, I did that. Oh, it's a dog. I'm sorry, Laura's playing the drums. She's like, bah, bah. Meanwhile, preparations for the festival continue steadily under Student Council Toa's President Toa's watchful eye. And look at Toa over there, just making sure everything goes according to plan. That's awesome. Ooh, pretty. Is that like the astronomy club or something? I think Sarah's a good person at heart, Rektor, but she's very, very irresponsible and suspicious. Agreed. This is so cool. That's how they're playing whack-a-mole, I guess. Ah, and there's Ferris. And Patrick, too. Maybe, Gregor, maybe. That's what's perfection itself! Alyssa won't stand a chance! We're going to crush them! Indeed, Patrick, victory is as good as ours. Meanwhile, our rivals in the other classes put the finishing touches on their own contributions to the festival. However, oh no. Nah, it looks like this year's festival will be even more lively than last year's. I have set my fried chicken recipes all ready for it. An ill wind blows from the east, and ominous clouds will hang over our fair country. The young people will have their full future ahead of them. They ought to pursue their dreams with excitement, with passion. Just that they always have, as they likely always will. I certainly agree. It's good to be young. I was once full of vim and vigor, so were you, Prince Albert. Well, he never really lost the spark. Even His Highness and that fool Osborne were boys once. Indeed. Well, mind if I barge in on this? It's clearly an intimate conversation we're having here. I'm back for my patrol. Thank you, sir. Looks like everything will be finished by the end of the day. Yeah, no, I agree, Retro. That was a great suggestion. I love Principal Colonel Sanders. Inspector Beatrice! My apologies, I had no idea you were here. You really don't need all that formality, or the salute for that matter. You've accomplished more than enough since we first met to stand proudly on equal footing with me. But you saved my life! Kind of hard to trump that. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to join the guild either. Oh, interesting. I see. Well, it's hard to believe it's been 10 years since then. Oh, how time flies. You're quite the popular figure on campus. Weren't you also Nine-Heart Superior at one point? With all due apologies to Heinrich, perhaps I ought to put you forth as my replacement when I retire. I'm all for that! Oh, I couldn't possibly. Still, considering the direction this country seems to be heading, I'm worried about what will become of this academy next year. I think, you know what, chat? I'm about to announce that. I think it's really cool that even this far into the game, they're still expanding up, like, giving some some development and backstory for a lot of the side characters that we've seen throughout the game. Like, Instructor Beatrice, we saw her like once or twice throughout this game, but now we're learning just so much about her. I think that's really cool. So am I. Have you read anything from Major Neidhart, sir? Not thus far, unfortunately. He still hasn't found my fried chicken recipe. He did state that his intent to return in time for the festival, however. I see. I've been hearing some concerning reports from the other crossbow recently. It seems they're trying to fire the cannons! Again! I don't doubt it. We're likely to be on the cusp of a significant change, whatever that change may turn out to be. In spite of that future may hold, our duty remains the same as it's always been. Yeah! Well said, Trits. I asked of you, Ios and Dreitels the Lionheart, grant these young people your protection and your courage, and guide them as they enjoy this festival, that no harm may come to them. Oh, that's ominous. That's very ominous. Time we were so caught up in the festival preparations that we have no way of knowing that behind the scenes, countless adults were looking out for us, helping ensure that we get to enjoy the fruit of our hard work. Aww, that's good. Will we get to the festival today, chat? I wonder. Oh, look at this, chat.
Yeah, we did it!
That was our best yet.
I feel like we were really giving everything we had with that one.
I need a rest.
The only question now is whether we can do that in front of a hall full of people.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
Come on, Class VII! Knock their socks
We
off!
prepared as much as we can. It's all in the goddess's hands now.
Maybe you're right.
But when you put it that way, it sounds like no matter how much work we put in, it all comes down to luck in the end.
Come on, yes! It's like, what's all this practice for nothing?
If that's the case, we'll just have to coerce luck into staying on our side.
And by that I mean, and everyone looks at Alyssa, and Alyssa's like, don't look at me, I'm not using my time manipulation powers for this.
Nice work, guys. I think we're right where we want to be. You play like you did just now for the actual concert, and we'll be golden.
Thanks for all your help, Crawl.
If you're satisfied, I think our audience will be too.
What time is it even?
Only 3 p.m. Wow. I thought it was evening already.
Well, no one could accuse us of not being focused enough.
I just want to go back to the dormitory and bury my face in my pillow.
Rest? Oh, no. No time for that now. See, the best concerts always have 2 aces in the hole. An unexpected surprise and an encore.
Bro, why?
Now that we've finally got the basics down, we can try pulling off something that'll pave our road to victory.
What?
Surprises? An encore?
What?
He's like, what?
Please, tell me you're just kidding. You are, right?
No, Fee has his Rean has his I'm so done face.
We're not seriously doing that. I thought you were just joking.
Now, hold on just a minute.
You aren't seriously suggesting that we add another song, are you?
Ding ding! He can be taught!
No!
Don't worry your pretty little heads, though. As soon as you hear what I've got in mind, you'll be all in on this.
Let me guess, are we just gonna throw Crow down the elevator shaft?
I've got a nice, simple tune in mind that everyone's heard, and most people probably even know the lyrics. Anyway, we haven't got much time to prep, so how about we get right down to business?
You're a slave driver.
No, Emma! It's like, oh, look at that, Emma's broken it down to Alyssa. I'm on it!
You killed her!
No! That Crow's like, I just used my ass craft.
Hang in there, Emma.
Yeah, we got some F's in chat for Emma, chat.
I think Crow is more fired up about this than anyone else.
He's taking us on a ride one way or another, so
Thank you,
might as
chat.
well just strap ourselves in.
Emma's tried so hard. Ooh, nighttime. Hey, it's Stella! He's checking everything. All needs to be perfect. The Lord at work, I see. Oh, hey, George. It sounds like you managed to finish all the difficult stuff, huh? Yep, it wasn't easy, though. I think it'll be worth it in the end. This year's festival is shaping up to be even more fun than last year's. Really? You're worried about Angie, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure she'll come through for us. But with what's happening in Crossbell right now, and all the terrorist attacks in the last couple of months, sounds like this country's got some tough times ahead of it. I've started to think maybe she might not make it. I agree, Grettor. George is great. Always a possibility, I guess. Very level-headed, very nice guy. But you know what? Even knowing that, I don't feel worried. Oh, yeah, you missed that. So, Grettor, Angelica's, I think Angelica's father pulled her out of the school as a punishment for helping us battle the Imperial Liberation Front. So, she's not on campus right now. And she gave us the bike. Thinking of how much fun we're going to have in the next 2 days. Just can't imagine Angie missing a good party. Yeah, you're right. You really do. Really do what? Nah, never mind. Oh hey, looks like Class 7's still at it. I wonder if they're still practicing. I don't know. Looked in on them this afternoon. It seemed like they were basically done for the day. Still, they got Crow as their producer. So, you know, there's always that little bit of worry in the back of my mind. Oh no! I know how much of a handful he can be. No, you mentioned it. Whoopsie! Looks like you're a little late! Oh, everyone looks so dead! Oh no! I'm also noticing that I can't see Emma here. That's not a good sign. Rean! What happened to you guys? You look exhausted. Oh no, there's Emma. I can't believe we made it through alive! That was harder than the battle against Vulcan! That was like torture. I am so tired. I'm gonna call Lammy. Don't you dare, Miriam. Celine, the grandmother. There, I said it. Emma, you can't just sleep out here. Yeah, fair enough, Gretor. Well, at least summon the energy to get back to your bedroom first. Aww. Are you all okay? We'll finish with a concert rehearsal then. Yeah, just about. You're kind of pretty close. You're kind of pretty close now. Now all that's left to do is see how it all goes over in front of the audience. I'm sure we'll be fine. A wind of blessing will blow upon us. You look like you rehearsed till you dropped. Literally. And I was like, more than once. You all should feel proud. I've seen you hard you all worked. That's great to hear. Can't wait to see you guys play live. I got a feeling you're sure to impress. Oh? Oh, they're saying all the festivities are up at this point. That's cool. Wow. It looks like they've got all the decorations put up now. You can really feel the excitement in the air. Agreed, Gretor, agreed. Toa is the best. So that's gonna be an even livelier here. That's fine with me. George and Toa, especially Toa, thank you both so much for all the work you put into helping the festival go forward. And same to you, man. You guys have been put the pedal to the metal all the way, especially these last couple of days. I'm ready to have some fun tomorrow. Make sure to let loose. You've earned it. Especially you, Rean. Of course we're gonna hang out in the dormitory. I need to see how everyone's doing. Before we do that, chat, I do need to use the restroom real quick, so don't come over, guys. I will be right back. Alrighty, chat. Welcome back, everybody. Let's hang out with all of our members of Class 7. That'll probably be it for tonight. What say you, Crow? Whoa, don't tell me you six-time field study champs got your butts stitched by a little practice. Come on, where's all that youthful energy? You got another year before you're an old man like me. This is mostly your fault, you know. Hey now, I just don't want you guys to just come crying to me later because I didn't push you to go all out. Though to be fair, I was just going to leave things as they were if I didn't think you'd be able to keep up. But hey, you did, just like I knew you would. Bro, thanks. Yeah, it's a little early to be thanking you, Joseph. You actually got to pull it off on our big day. Alright. What's going on down here? I'm assuming Sarah... Celine's here! Hold on, chat, you know what time it is, right? Celine, what say you? I see, so you've had some milk there. Oh, Celine, you came here too, huh? Hope you'll cheer us on during our performance as much as a cat can, anyway. Meh! Wait, so you actually watched our dress rehearsal? Oh, you did, so what do you think? Oh, come on now, Emma poured her heart and soul into those songs. Can't you defer to just a little bit of faith, Celine? Gosh darn it, Celine. You two really need to work out your problems. Well, it's just very apparent that all of you have poured everything you have into this festival. So much so, even, that it took you all a while to even notice I had brought you dinner. Huh. We really were practicing like Eliza Pound. It was still delicious, though. And that was the reason we were able to keep practicing along. Oh, I'm pleased to have been slightly of assistance. I have every intention of being there for the concert, so I wish you all luck. Oh, thank you. Anything suspicious? I shall be present at the festival to assist with operations. Oh no! Of course she had to say something suspicious, chat. It's not Sharon unless she says something sus. And there it is. Do feel free to call out if you see me around. Sharon. So, how does it feel? Having all your festival preparations finally finished. I bet you're looking forward to tomorrow. I really am. I'm really curious to see what all the other classes have put together too. Rektor, I really still feel like that's a front. That's my guess. Like she puts the, I feel like it's all an act. That's still my guess. Well, having fun is what school festivals are all about, so I hope you have a great time. You've earned it. I'm really looking forward to seeing your concert too. We'll do our best to make it one for the history buffs. Anything else? You're looking spry, Rean. Care for a nice cold beer? The beer festival party is just about to begin, and I can't show up totally sober. Maybe some other time? Try not to get too drunk, okay? Sarah, why? Alright, what say you, Matya? Let's not use this. The successor failure of the dice part depends entirely on us, so don't even think about screwing this up. You're the person who should be reminding me of that. While we're over exchanging advice, try not to get too overzealous on stage. We don't want you to squander all our hard work. Yeah, exactly, Rektor. I know perfectly well what I should and shouldn't be doing on stage. They never change, do they? At least they're arguing in sync. I'm amazed you even waste your breath on such a statement. I'll do my part to lead us to a success. All you need to do is follow the trail I blaze. Good grief, he has a comeback for everything! I just have to cover it for him while we're on stage. What say you, Ellen? Phew. Very rough day today, huh? Hard to believe our concert's only 2 days away now. Well, we've been rehearsing like crazy right up to the start of the festival, so I'm not surprised. But thanks to that, I'm pretty sure us will measure up to a certain someone's sky-high expectations. I have no idea who you might be referring to, Elliot. Honestly, I've been putting in crazy amounts of practice myself. With all your work, there's no way our performance should be subpar. I hope. Unless it's a minigame, anyway. How about you guys? I was planning on coming for a visit to the day of the concert. Yay! Guys, one of Dias' family members is going to come visit. That's awesome. Your sister's coming too, isn't she? Oh, Lisa's coming! That's awesome! Let's go! Yeah, she got in touch a while back to tell me she'd be there, rain or shine. The family and the audience, we had that much extra pressure to impress. Yep, agreed, Rektor. Ain't that the truth? We gotta step it up and be cool to big brothers this time. You said it. Yes! So much yes. Alright. We'll save Thief for last, as usual. So, what's in here? Alright, Alyssa's in here. What's up? Rean, how long have you been there? Not long. Maybe a minute or two. You really focused on your vocals exercising. Yeah, I was. I know I'm only doing backup vocals, but the others are working so hard for this that I can't want to show them the best I can. Well, I don't blame you, especially now that we've decided to go through with that surprise, too. But we've already done everything we can in prayer. It all comes down to how we perform in the crowd. Right now, all we can do is rest up and for our hard work pays off tomorrow. I know it will. I'll only be a backup singer, but the others are working so hard for that I do all I can to support them. Let's make this concert spectacular. And let's also make sure that when we win this festival, we rub it in Ferris's face. Okay then. Oh, of course Laura's practicing with her sword. Director right now. Festival's finally here. My club doesn't need me to assist with our preparations, so I'm free to focus on the concert instead. My plan for tomorrow is to visit everyone while patrolling the academy. Well, you got nothing to fear out for your own patrol duty. Dr. Sarah's supposed to take care of that, though. You should take it easy and have a good time. I will. My sense of rhythm has really improved because of that practice I've gotten with the drums. It might end up having a surprising positive effect on my swordsmanship. Good job. Good job. Alright, and here we have Emma. How are you holding up, Emma? I can't believe they picked me to sing one of the songs. Why me, of all people? Surely there must have been a better choice, right? I don't know about that. Honestly, I think Crow's decision was spot on. You do? This is too late to be to blame. I've resigned myself to the inevitable and stayed my heart out. If you guys really think I'm the best choice, live up to the faith you all have in me. Don't sweat. I know you'll do great. If you guys really think I'm the best choice, I want to live up to the faith. Alright. We're coming back, Fee, don't worry. Now. She who shall not be named. Milliam. I was pooped after practice, but then I saw all the decorations. Now let's say it again. Excuse me. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. Huh, same here. Make sure you have a ton of fun tomorrow. That'll be the best way to get ready for our concert. You've got a pretty important part too, so we need you at full power. No problem. Finding fun is what I do. I gotta sleep early tonight so I can go wild tomorrow. I can't wait to see what kind of stuff everyone's doing. Try not to get too excited or you won't be able to sleep at all. Alright. An actual normal conversation with Milia for once? That's a surprise. And last but certainly not least, Fee. I'm actually kind of tired. Partnering up with Milliam's hard work. She has a habit of just doing things. I don't like it. You made a good match for her, though. Either way. Hey, good job today. Make sure you sleep in your room. Alright? Roger. What did I just say? Room! I'm going to the gardening club tomorrow, so I need to rest up so I can do nothing there. Just try to make it back to your room, okay, Fee? And she's not gonna make it back to her room. Oh well. Alrighty. Fair enough, Gregor. Should I call it a day? Let's advance the story. Same day, 2200 hours?
Oh, I'm beat. My brain's awake, but my body is exhausted. I guess at least a good night's rest will take care of the fatigue. At this point, all I can do is just pour everything I've got into the concert.
Abend time? Abend time.
Wasn't there a music program that runs around this time? I don't feel like reading, and there's not much else going on this late on a Friday night.
Probably, Rektor. Yeah, she's gonna sleep in that spot all curled up like a cat, and everyone will notice in the morning. Elise!
I know I'll be showing Elise around on the second day of the festival, so the only day I'll be roaming around on my own is tomorrow.
Elise.
If I get the chance, maybe I should meet up with some of the others to see what all of the other classes are doing. Huh?
What?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Wait, we're already live?
Misty? Is it Misty?
Excuse me? We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you this special news bulletin.
Oh no.
This afternoon, Crossbell State issued a Declaration of Independence.
Oh! Well, that's a catalyst for stuff, isn't it, chat?
This declaration was issued by the state government based on a recent referendum and carries no legal authority whatsoever.
Well,
The Imperial government has issued an official statement that they refuse to accept the declaration as valid.
well then, let's like this is the Crossbell Revolution, chat.
The president of the Calvard Republic, which also claims authority over the state, has made a similar statement.
Uh-oh.
In spite of this, Crossbell's Mayor Croix has declared that the country will act as an independent state going forward, as well as announced the establishment of the Crossbell Defense Force, raising tensions both at home and abroad.
Whoa.
Well, that escalated quickly. Untitled Chapter put to the test. Oh no! Oh, that is ominous. That is so ominous. Probably Drekor. Oh no. I'm scared, chat.
Students and visitors.
Tella!
Thank you very much for your patience.
It's adorable.
Without further ado, I hereby declare the 127th Thor's Military Academy Festival open.
Yay!
Enjoy yourselves today and have a wonderful time.
Yay! Let's go! It's about time! We've been waiting 53 episodes for this festival. It looks very festive. This is so cool. Yes. So much yes. Agreed, Reptor. Agreed. Anyway, our big bonus until tomorrow afternoon. So the best thing we can do today is simply enjoy the festivities and try not to think about the concert. I've been trying not to. Emma, come on. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure some of us have obligations to attend to today, so perhaps we should just do our own thing. No, it would be a good idea to meet in the auditorium at the end of the day to check all of our equipment for tomorrow. Yeah, I need to find out when our orbital instruments are going to be taken in. We'll need to do a little bit of tuning at the very least. That sounds fine. A musician has to keep her instrument in top condition, just like a warrior does her weapon. I'm surprised everyone's so calm, especially considering the big news for cosplay yesterday. Yeah, Reddoor, I really hope we get to at least enjoy the festival before things get crazy. Just come on! Things have been crazy for so long now. Can we have at least a little bit of reprieve before chaos unfolds again? A Declaration of Independence. That's certainly grounds for concern, but at this point, I don't think the reality has sunk in for me yet. Honestly, I can't see the new Crossbell Defense Force as much of a force to be reckoned with either. I say let them talk. Talk to sheep after all. Pride and defense are things one requires too hard work. Global Declaration holds little weight on its own, especially if they end up reneging it soon after. That's certainly true. Crossbell will still be there in 2 days, but right now, we've got a festival to focus on. Oh, Rean, don't say that. That's just going to... I swear if they actually fire the cannons at Crossbell this time. We got people here from all over the country, and we owe it to them to show them a good time. Only uncertainty in the world lately. That's all more reason to try and help people forget their troubles. That's true, Drekor. Billiam's entire character design screams anarchy, even when she does nothing. She is an agent of chaos. Especially since our families were coming to visit. Just had to remind me. I don't think we're any exception. We should all just decide to get back and have a good time. We've earned it. There are separate ways for first day, have it for club events. Enjoy those. Prime Bar, I decided to do my duty as reserve member of the Student Council and patrol the Academy grounds. Yay! You really don't have to help us out today, you know. Aw, Reed. This is your first Academy Festival. You should be out there having fun with your friends. And Reed's like, but Toa, you're my best friend. And Toa's like, oh. No, don't worry. I fully intend on enjoying myself. But that doesn't mean I can't help out in my free time, though. Not exactly convincing me. Oh, no! I know. Here, take these. What kind of special tickets? These are the tickets the Student Council is issuing to all visitors. You spend them to visit the festival attractions. Some places might even give special perks to ticket holders. And you're going to use them all by the end of the day. That's a mandate from the president. Oh, no! Oh, my! Okay, then! Well, okay, I guess that's our objective then, chat. What? Well, it sounds like if I don't order you to have fun, you'll just work yourself through the entire festival. Besides, it's our first time trying the whole admission ticket system, so I'd like to know how well it's working. Can you please help? If you're so insistent on helping us, Rean, can you do this for me? One ticket is good for 2 people, so go try a bunch of different activities and see what they'll get you, okay? Oh, sure thing. There's no debating with her once she's made up her mind, is there? Thanks, Toa. You're welcome. And remember, have fun out there. I'll be checking in with you later this evening to make sure you had fun, okay, Reed? Receive 2 and cancel event. Oh, it's a... Hold on a second. Receive festival ticket at 6. About the attack... Oh, there's a rules for this? You can invite your classmates and some other friendly faces from school to enjoy the festival's many attractions with you. Visiting an attraction will use up 1 festival ticket. After you've used up all 6, the main story will advance. Okay. Interesting. I'm so excited, chat. I'm really excited. I want to see what this festival has to offer, but at the same time, it is day and late. So, what I think is in order, chat, is... I think this would all be a blast, though. Okay, I'm going to take a look around, make sure everything's alright. Contact me if anything happens. Of course. This will be your first academy festival, so if you don't enjoy it, I'll consider myself as failure as a president. Toa, no! No, don't say that! It's important to take the time to relax and have fun. Although, you might not believe that coming from me. Aww, no. And on that adorable note, chat, I think it's a... I think this will be a good thing to... Don't we worry, chat. Next stream, we are going to have fun for Madam President's sake. So, anyway, if you're watching here on Twitch, feel free to stick around for a wave. But if you're watching on YouTube and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later, and it's a great way to show support. If you're watching here on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome night.